Hi, ladies, and welcome to another episode of Labia with LeSandra. I am your host, LeSandra, the lovely lady. Doodlebugs. Anyways, it's Friday, and we've got some exciting topics to talk about, ladies, okay? But I just want you guys to know I hope you're having a tasty beverage because this isn't one of those boring-ass talk shows where you just sit and watch like Maury or Sally Jeffy Raphael or what was that old Phil Donahue? Yeah, he was a boring fuck. What about Geraldo Rivera? You remember when he got hit with the chair? That was hilarious. A fucking idiot. So this is a truly lemon tea hard seltzer. Let's see how this tastes. Reminiscent of the prostate I licked about 2 weeks ago. Full of flavor, but a bit nutty. And that's okay. Anyways, I hope you ladies are about to enjoy your weekend. And I know I am, because when Friday hits, my day hits, girls. You know what I'm saying? Oh, some bitch. See, I got this cool little trick I can do. I put my sugar at my teeth. But it won't stick today, but it's okay. Oh yeah. Goddamn. Oh, so I know we discussed a lot of cool things last time, such as, hot male actors and periods and pads and tampons. Well, today I wanted to take the show a little bit further with some topics about men. And I know how all you women you dislike your men. Some of you love your men. I personally love men, but I only use men to make a dime. Literally. And believe me, ladies, I make a lot of dimes. So you need to take my advice because I can teach you where you need to get to go in life. I should be a motivational success speaker because that's what I do. But I know one big topic for women when it comes to men. Hang on, I'm thirsty, bitches. The topic is, does size really matter? And I guess, that varies on the woman. I like to think that size does matter to an extent. However, you guys got to realize, just because you think a man has a small penis, you got to take into consideration you just might have a large gaping pussy. And that's okay, because penises come in different sizes, and so do vaginas. Now, you might have a little tiny vagina, and an average penis hurts you. And that's okay. You might think he's got the biggest dong in the world. So you might want to shoot for something a little smaller. And that's okay too, There's no big deal in that. But I hate when these ladies say, oh, he's got a little dick. That's like the first thing ladies say when they're angered by a dude. Well, he's got a little cock. Well, you know what? You just got a big twat, cunt. Okay? You got a big twat, cunt. That's kind of funny the way I said that. But you gotta take into consideration, some of these women want these giant fucking dildos, and they're like, I just gonna shove this all in my fucking snatch, and I want it to fucking hit my goddamn spleen. I wanna split my spleen and have surgery on it. Or I want it to fucking quiver my liver. I don't fucking know. That's your prerogative. Some people like to stretch their pussies out, and that's okay too, but don't blame it on the guys. Now, don't get me wrong, if a guy is suffering from micropenis, there are ways around it. Pretend you're like scissoring with another lady with his micropenis, and you're like rubbing his nub on your nub, and that creates some satisfaction, and he can use maybe a toy on you for the penetration, and that's just fine because that's what we do as ladies. We got to make things work for ourselves, And some people hate a minute man. Okay, here's what I gotta say. You might think that it sucks that he's a minute man, but take into consideration you might have some really good fucking pussy, ladies. It just might be that good and he can't handle it. Maybe he just needs to go around another round. Give him a fucking chance. I make 20 to 30 cents on guys that like nut as soon as they enter me, and that's okay because they want another shot. And I was like, as long as you got some change, big boy, we can do this all night. I don't care. I'll get my nut eventually too, because I'm a lady. I'll figure out my ways, It's okay. But yeah, those are some things that bother me. about women, like they're so judgmental, but you got to take in consideration that maybe the guy hasn't had sex in a long time. Maybe he's just super sensitive. Maybe you need to cater to his needs too, because he feels bad that he can't give you but two pumps. You know, he's the two pump chump. But just think to yourself, damn, my shit's that good. And that's all you need to think about, ladies. The next thing on my list to discuss today, excuse me, I gotta admit, this isn't half bad. It reminds me of an Arnold Palmer half and half. And it says seltzer, but it has really no seltzery taste. Um, it could be worse. Not my least favorite seltzer in the world. So we're on the topic of men and penis size and how long they last in bed. Now, there are these feminine hygiene products. You know, they have sprays, they have these douches. You know, I think it's funny you call people douchebags, but it's really a thing. Like, they have douchebags. It's like, well, I use that. At what point did douchebag become a derogatory term? Because really, if you're a douchebag, you're just cleaning out someone's dirty snatch, which makes you a benefit to society. I think that's really great. So if I call you a douchebag, take it as a compliment, gentlemen. But I just don't understand it. Women always want to clean up before sex. And me personally, after a hot day walking around, I just like to go grab me a nice bottle of A1. And I smear that on my loving regions, you know, because who doesn't like a little steak sauce on their love meat? And the longer it sits, it's like a marinade, you know. So if I have it on for about 8 hours and I find some gentleman that wants to, you know, munch on my mud flats for a couple minutes, you know, that's an extra 22 cents a session. And he gets a really good flavor. He gets it's like a smoky marinade. And it's tasty. So you ladies need to think about A1 because it's better than like Summer's Eve or these little fucking sprays or your little hoe baths where you have your little wet nap and you just go wipe off before you go to your next guy. You know what? Men love flavor. There's no reason to bathe in between sessions. They want to taste that shit. They want to feel that shit because, so say you let a dude just nut all up in you. If you go to the next guy, he's just going to think you're really wet. He's like, oh, I turned her on really good. And there you go. So y'all can, you know, share the wealth. You don't always have to wear a condom, okay? Now, I like to make sure that some people have papers, but I have some clientele who I trust and some who I don't. And those who I don't trust, I just let them put in my butt. You know, because the back door it's there. It's got bacteria. It essentially kills anything that comes into contact with. And mainly because I don't wash it. So it's like I've created my own little, what's the term to give you medicine? It's a antibiotic. I have an antibiotic butthole. So when I take it there, you know, and nothing happens. It's like a penicillin tunnel. It just takes care of everything. It's really great. So think about that too, ladies. The next time you're going on a sexual endeavor, you don't have condoms. Like, well, if I do what LeSandra says and train my butthole to fight off infection and disease, then I don't have to worry about a condom, and I don't have to let him put his big giant schlong in my vagina. So, you know, there you go. Another thing, ladies, you know how we get those cramps at that time of the month. I think that varies from woman to woman. Because personally, if I start to get my cramps, you know, and I think my lady time is about to start, I just let out a big, giant, juicy fart. And that usually helps all my cramps. Or I just take a big shit. I prefer to take a big shit in like a porta potty. That way I don't have to worry about flushing, and I can just throw my toilet paper and everything out in the bottom of the porta potty. And it takes care of everything. So I don't think cramps are fully related to like that time of the month. I think it's just you're gassy and you're bloated. And you gotta let some of that out. And ladies are so afraid to fart in front of men. Excuse me. I sucked a really hairy. Excuse me. I gotta take a drink. So I sucked a really hairy cock this morning, and it was kind of balding, so he was like shedding hair, and I got like a hair wall like a cat would, because I was throating him like a goddamn champ. You know, I made an extra 42 cents off that one. But that's besides the point. But, see, I totally lost my train of thought when I thought about that guy's giant, juicy, hairy cock. Because the hair kind of tickled my uvula and my tonsils, which was an amazing feeling, and I kind of squirtled a little bit in my thong. And it's a little crusty right now because that was hours ago and I didn't wipe off. So I think I've got my A1 around here, so I think I'm just going to rub that on. It kind of moistens everything and gets me ready for the next customer. But yeah, cramps are just, you know, I think it's just a thing of a mythical creature like a unicorn or a Pegasus, if you know what I mean. So get off your high horse, ladies, and just fart. That's all you got to do. Take a big shit. Women's shit, it's okay. Guys don't like to think about women taking a big poo, but you know what? And you know how many guys I have that request that I just take a shit on their chest? Quite a few, and I do, and I charge a little bit extra for that. That's about a 52-cent job right there, 52 cents. So I make quite a bit, substantially a more amount of money when I have to poo on someone's chest. And it's kind of messy though when they have a hairy chest. It's like shitting on a shag rug, if you know what I mean. They're trying to wipe it off, and it's just a whole. It's like peanut butter in your pubes. It's just a mess. But that's what they want, and that's what I give them. You know, it's kind of like a golden shower. Sometimes they want me to, you know, do my two on their chest, and then they want me to rinse it off with my number one. And that's okay, too. Another issue plaguing women that I have found is that they just cannot find the right guy. And they're attracted to all these fuck sticks. You know, ladies, let's stop being so emotionally attached, okay? Find you a man that's just going to pound your pussy and leave you, you know? Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's more money for me. The more, you know, the quicker they can get in and out and go, the quicker I can get to the next guy. And that way I meet so many more people that way. And it's really a great networking tool. Y'all want to get tied up with one dude. I'm sorry, personally, if I get tied up with one dude, he's going to get tired of paying for it. You know, he's going to be like, well, now we're together, so it should be free. No, motherfucker. There's nothing in this world that is free, especially this enlarged clitoris and these nice, juicy pussy lips. That is not free. Go find another bitch to shack up with, because I am not the one. I've got 22 kids, and I'm doing just fine on my own. I don't need you. I just need to keep making my change. So yeah, stop. Ladies, just fuck on the first date, okay? Just pull their cock out and start sucking on it while they're driving. Dudes love that shit, okay? It's called roadhead. And here's one thing that really, it really freaks a guy out, but they love it. It's like, say he takes you back to his house. Just fucking club him in the back of the head, pull his pants down, and start licking his butthole. He'll freak the fuck out, and then give him a nice reach around. He'll be like, oh my god. Then you pull him over and you start riding him like an Amazon. Yeah, dudes love that shit, and they tip me more. I got like a $2 tip the other week for doing that. So think about that, ladies, because that's more money in your pocket for later. That's if you want to get your nails did, your hair did, you want to get your eyebrows plucked. Some ladies are so self-conscious about their mustache. You know, I'm sorry, I just have a little more hormones as a lady than most ladies do, so I kind of grow some facial hair. And I found that I make more money with this facial hair because some guys like it when it tickles their balls. Hey, I'm going to let it grow. So ladies, do not be ashamed of your facial hair. It might cause some extra stimulation for a man that you find that wants you to put, he just wants to put his cock in your mouth. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just fucking suck the dick, okay, ladies? Don't be afraid of a little baby batter. Just fucking take it, suck it, swallow it, and let it go. Or if he wants to shoot it on your face, that's okay. Just make sure he doesn't get in your hair, because then you got to wash it out. I mean, I guess you could let it sit in there, but it's kind of like hair gel, and then it's crusty. So then the next guy comes over, he's got jizz flakes falling on his ball sack, and that's just not a cool way to make money, ladies. Another thing I've got an issue with, what about these things called panty liners? Okay? Why the fuck does a lady need a panty liner? In my opinion, your panties are the epitome of everything your vagina can be. So, in essence, your panties are literally a flavor saver. So, say you have leakage or incontinence, let that shit flow, because some dude just might want to suck the shit out of your fucking love meat through your panties, and just let him get all that flavor, girls. Especially if you throw some A1 on it. You know, they're like, oh my god, it's like a juicy steak with lemon pepper. You know, he's like, wow. You know, it's like a flavor they've never had before. Like they're expecting, you know, it's like the typical feminine flavor. Or if some women use those edible panties or those little edible lubes or some kind of flavor, they're like, oh, it's a strawberry. Nah, if they get something that tastes like a well-seasoned steak, they're going to eat the shit out of you girls. And not only do you get paid, you get an amazing head job from a dude. You can't go wrong with that. So just slap a little fucking A1 on your pussy every once in a while, ladies. I promise you. You will thank me later. And what's the deal with bras? All these women are talking about, I can't wait to get home and take my bra off. Why do you need a fucking bra, first and foremost? Second, wear a fucking sports bra. It's okay. Like, I wear a sports bra. My titties are just fine. They flop up and down when I'm riding the fucking Johnson. It's all good. I'm like, oh yeah, grab my titties, grab my titties, grab my titties, grab my titties. Oh yeah, hit my clitoris. It's enlarged. Oh yeah, take me to town, John Brown. I'm sorry, I got excited. I was thinking about John Brown, the guy had, he's the biggest tip I ever had. He gave me $5 the other day. Because I let him lick my butthole. I just rode his face. I'm like, oh yeah. And he kind of got mad because I broke his nose. Because I stuck my butthole right on his nose and I started twerking on it. And it kind of cracked it. But he said I'm not responsible for the medical bills. Thank God. I wasn't going to pay for them anyway. Anyways, we've been here long enough for this show. But thanks for watching again. I know we had some pertinent issues we needed to discuss. And I snuck into McStud's house again. I'm in his garage. He's actually home. He doesn't know I'm here. So as soon as this is done, I'm going to go walk down, 25 minutes down the road. I'm a working girl. I got money to make. I actually do not make money doing these videos. So like I'm out like 47 cents every time I do a video. You know what 47 cents could buy me? A lot. I can maybe get half a candy bar from Walmart. Alright, ladies. I am LeSandra. Thank you for watching Labia with LeSandra. And I will catch you girls later. Jazz hands. Ah!